it is, but Sunday 8th, 9th, something like that. So this time last week we were leaving Geneva, where it's a darn sight cooler than it is at the moment. It's about 36 I think at the moment, 10 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. Didn't really do much filming yesterday. So where did we get to? So I think the last bit of filming I did was climbing up the Grand Colombier out of Mont Ventoux. That was our kind of first and really only climb of the day per se. And yeah, video going down it. Nice little descent coming off the back of that hill. And then a bit like last year, it's just been getting stupidly hot, so you don't really feel like getting the camera out really. But we got to Malacen, but with a couple of breaks in between, just to sit in the shade and cool down. Just find anywhere that's can catch a bit of a breeze. I think I've lost Joe. There she is. So yeah, we got to Mont Ventoux and we're staying in this kind of spa hotel, really. Nicely well equipped. Room with really good aircon. Unexpected, you know, pretty much to be expected, not unexpected, is had a big bike garage, strange enough full of bikes for people who are about to go up onto. So they had like this hotel had like a food truck, barbecue food truck in the ground, so we had a really nice homemade huge beef and pork sausage, just chilled for a bit. And then because of the heat getting stupid again as usual, we wanted to get up Ventoux early, partly to get up a bit early so it didn't get too hot going up there, and partly so that we weren't then spending too much time cycling in the middle of the day. Car coming past. So we did, oh come on, go past. Fair enough. So yes, we left, we got up about 6, left about, I don't know, 6:30, 27 to start the climb. Yeah, and it was pretty brutal really. Been up Ventoux twice before from the other directions, completely forgot what it was like. And although the average gradient is 8%, yeah, when you have the bits which are 3-4%, then you get other bits which were 10, 11, 12%. And that carried on for quite a while, so it was pretty brutal, but we got up to the top, really pleased with that. It was yeah, not fun going up, and then coming back down we had 12 miles of solid descending, so the brakes got a bit cooked. At one point they really smelt they were burning, but no sign of brake fade at all. Did really well coming down. So we got back down to Malacen. We'd left all our bike packing bags in the hotel, so we went up the mountain as light as we possibly could. So repacked the bikes. So I've had a bit of discussion about, do we stop in Malacen for quite a while and wait for it to cool down, or do we go on a little bit further? And I said, well, let's carry on to the next town, which was Vaison-la-Romanée, I think it's pronounced. So, you know, maybe find a cafe there. We said, well, why don't we just go cheap and find a supermarket? So we looked up and there's a Vival supermarket we saw on Google Maps. Thought, oh, that's fine, they're normally okay when they're open. This is on a Saturday. Just realised we're back on the Via Rona. Cool. Didn't think we were going to be on it so quickly. So, we found this without. It turned out it was a campsite shop. So huge campsite full of obviously French holiday makers. There was us sitting in these chairs underneath this huge canopy they use for a stage for entertainment, all in our cycling gear with our bikes propped up behind us, eating our salads, with all these people in swimming gear coming out the pool going for lunch, looking at us as though, what the bloody hell are they? It's quite funny really, but to be honest, we didn't care. It's too hot, we need to be under shade. So so I had lunch, and then we only had sort of 20 miles to go after that to get to Orange, and it really was like descending into the furnaces of hell. So it was about sort of a -1% gradient, so you didn't actually have to do a lot of work, which was good because it was ridiculously hot. About 41 degrees my Garmin topped out at. No real breeze or anything like that at all. You felt as though you were just being pummeled. So we kind of just put our heads down. The gradient was with us, didn't have much of a headwind, maybe a bit of a crosswind, and we just carried on. So we got to just outside Orange, saw a nice cafe, so stopped there for an hour or so, had a couple of drinks just to cool down a bit, and then last couple of miles, 3-4 miles into Orange, stayed at quite an old Ibis in Orange. The room was quite cramped, and we had our bikes in the room with us. So we thought, okay, fine, we'll just chill for a bit. We need to get all of our clothes washed. We never washed anything the day before, so we found a laundrette. Just close by an Intermarché, and then had a bag full of damp clothes. We wandered into the town centre to get some dinner, which was interesting. So we found that there was an opera on at the Roman amphitheatre, 8,500 seater amphitheatre. They were showing Carmen, and all the restaurants were rammed. Weren't expecting that at all. Yes, it's Saturday night. It was a bit crazy. So after I think we got to about our 8th restaurant, and finally we found somewhere that squeezed us onto a table. And had a nice meal. Bit of wine.
I had a bit more wine, Gavin.
And yeah, I had a bit more wine than Joe, but hey, Pichets are quite cheap. And we're in wine country as well, so you expect it to be pretty cheap. You can probably see all we see is just vineyards everywhere. And the cicadas are back with a vengeance. So that was last night. So the hotel was an Ibis. It was a little bit cramped. Breakfast was typical Ibis, so it's good, plentiful. Choose what you want. And there's a bit of a recovery day today. We've got 21 miles to Avignon. Because we had to do 50 miles yesterday, but we wanted a bit of a recovery day today. Plus there's some stuff we want to see in Avignon, like the Pope's Palace. So we left Orange, visited the Roman Arc de Triomphe, which is quite impressive really. There's Roman ruins dotted all over this part of France. So Avignon in about, I don't know, 15 miles time or so. We're hoping that we can leave the bikes at the hotel, get changed and go and do a bit of sightseeing. So that is the plan. So may or may not check in later on, probably not, because we're going to be doing some sightseeing. So I'll probably chuck some photos up or something, see how we get on. So that's the report for the past couple of days. The other thing is, I didn't feel much more yesterday apart from the descent down Ventoux, because I think the GoPro, I think A, ran out of battery, and B, got a bit cooked as well in the heat. it wasn't a happy bunny. So yeah, later.